You know, one of the topics that I love to talk about, we've done videos on it, there's many blogs on my site, topdavid.com, is on addiction recovery. It's such a passion of mine. It's a personal passion. One of the reasons is because I'm in recovery myself, but the other reason is too is because it is so amazing to see someone who's struggling with an addiction to food, to sex, to alcohol, to drugs, to spending, you name it, to negative thinking, whatever it might be, to see someone break through and to move through an addiction and to get clean and sober is awesome to me. I just think it's fantastic, regardless of what the addiction is. What I want to talk about today is that what do you do once you've broken the addiction? And it's called addiction recovery aftercare. And believe it or not, it's one of the reasons why people fall off the wagon, as they say, go back into their addiction, because they have no aftercare program. The way that we work at, when I work one-on-one with clients, is just like if you were going to a treatment center, and that is we work 30 straight days with someone, one-on-one, 7 days a week, through the holidays. We're working with people through the holidays, through Saturdays, through Sundays, for 30 straight days, because we do know, research proves this, that if someone puts their full attention, regardless of how long they've been addicted, regardless of how many substances or habits they're addicted to, is that we can break it with 30 straight days. We can break the addiction. We get to the core. We move into the emotional healing, the psychological healing, the environmental healing. We even look at the whole concept of the genetic line of addiction. So we give the person the education, the knowledge, the information to become clean. Then this is where the rubber hits the road. This is where it gets really tough, is when your 30 days are over. When you leave the treatment center, when you leave my one-on-one work, if I'm working with you in person or over the phone, at the end of 30 days, what do? The aftercare is everything. If you're involved with a substance like alcohol or nicotine or drugs, there's Alcoholics Anonymous, Nicotine Anonymous, Narcotics Anonymous, there's Gambling Anonymous, there's Sex and Love Anonymous, there's all the 12-step groups. So one of the things that I share with my clients is after the 30 days, we've got to get you into some type of recovery groups. It's got to be on a regular basis, not like once a week or once a month. But there are different type of groups out there that you can go on to. Some of them are online. Now, I personally really think aftercare should be in person or over the phone as much as possible, so that you're working with people that can either see your body language or they can hear the tone of your voice. Because the whole purpose is to stay clean for life. And you know, I just got the phone before we started filming today with someone who was looking for help in aftercare. They had gone through a program. They were 2 weeks out of their 30-day program, and they were getting really anxious. And I said to her, what is the program that you're working? And she paused, which I know that meant none. And she said, well, they told me to start right away, but I wanted to get back home and to get into life again. Major mistake. Aftercare is everything. If you're working right now through a 30-day program and you want ideas on aftercare, go ahead and email us at talkdavid.com. If you've been through a 30-day program, I know that all great programs tell you what to do when you leave, just like we do. You know, when someone ends a program of 30 days working with me in addiction recovery, when they walk out the door, they know exactly what their aftercare program is. But don't be fooled, ladies and gentlemen, just because you go through a 30-day program, just because you've gone to 30 straight meetings, maybe you're doing it on your own. Don't be fooled into thinking that your aftercare is now taken care of. Because you beat it and you haven't had a drink in 30 days, or you haven't had a cigarette in 60 days, or you haven't gone spree shopping in 120 days, or you haven't gambled in 3 months, do not think that your program's over. I have sat with people in my office who have been sober for 17 years without a drink, and were just as miserable and angry and disheveled emotionally as when they stopped drinking. And that's because they didn't have an aftercare program. It's not enough to just stop the substance, stop the use. You have to have a systemized program, a daily program that you're following to stay emotionally, psychologically, mentally, spiritually sober, as well as physically sober. Contact us if you need help. TalkDavid.com. Let's all work together, because sobriety is a gift that keeps giving every day if you're working your program of aftercare. I'm David Essel. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.